Avyakt Murli is from 1969, inspiring us to change from Brahmin to angel.
Om Shanti. This is the Murli of 17th April 1969. The inauguration of the Spiritual Museum in Abu. The majority of the children always keep saying, Baba, put this right. Then we will be able to become like this. There is a hindrance because of this aspect. There are very few who reveal their own courage. In that, they will definitely overcome those circumstances. They request something, and that is good. However, together with that request, they do not put into practice the advice they receive. Many files of everyone's request have accumulated. Just as the Ramraj has the accounts, in the same way, Bab Dada has many requests from you children. There is a file for each one of you. The main thing you have been told is to have love for making effort. What do you call yourself? Effort makers. Since you are effort makers, do you not know what effort is? Do you know your file? What is your effort? Do you know that? You saw the final stage of the corporeal form, how Baba demonstrated to you action in the corporeal form. And so, from that you came to know the final stage. According to the final stage, to remove instantly whatever weakness is visible means to have love for effort. Do not do that slowly. Did you see the main virtue of Sakar Baba? He never left anything for later. It had to be done there and then. Just as he used to do it at that very moment, in the same way, you have to do it right now. You shouldn't say that you will do it sometime later, or that you will do it after 10 or 15 days. We will practice that afterwards when we return home from Madhuban. There are many who wait in this way. They forget to make the preparations. They do not make the preparations. Instead, they wait for things. If you stop waiting and start making preparations, then your result will be 75%. The result of the effort of the present time should not be less than 75% for the majority of you. Baba is also telling you the result. Some are waiting for the time, and some are waiting because of obstacles. Some because of their relationships, and some because of their own body. But no matter what something is like, whatever is in front of you, whatever the situation, you have to become perfect in that same body. Keep this aim. Now, because you take the support of something or another, you become dependent. You are dependent on things. Each one of you relates your own story at Amritvela. Some say, if I did not have this physical illness, I would make a lot of effort. Some say, remove this bondage. But if one bondage is removed, another one will emerge. If the bondage of the body is removed, a bondage of the mind, a bondage of wealth, or bondage of relations will emerge. What will you do then? They will not remove themselves. You have to remove them with your own power. Some think that Bab Dada will remove them, or that they will be removed according to the time. But do not think in this way. The time has now come very close. Those who become slack in their efforts will let this time for effort slip through their hands. Do you know how many breaths you take? They're countless. And so, each breath and each second should be used in a worthwhile way. Now the time is such that if there is any kind of carelessness remaining, then just as many children lost the great fortune of experiencing a sweet meeting with Sakar Baba. In the same way, this fortunate time of making effort will be lost through your own hands. This is why you're being told about it beforehand. Have love for effort and increase your effort. Baba continues to watch the game from up above. You can also come up and watch it, and you will enjoy yourself a great deal. Baba sees very entertaining games of the children. You can also see them. If you watch whilst being stable in your elevated stage, you will be able to see the games of others as well as your own. Bab Dada continues to watch them. They are games of great amusement. The great Maharathis are not afraid of lions, yet they're afraid of ants. They're able to confront a lion easily, but they do not know the method of treading over an ant. This is the game of the Maharathis. Do you know what the cavalry do? They gallop. Baba also watches the game of the cavalry. Baba has already told you about the Maharathis. The cavalry have lot of courage and enthusiasm. They even move forward in their effort, but whilst galloping, they slip off. They do not slip off. They do not fall or get tired. They are tireless, and they even continue to move along very well. But they become attracted by the side scenes that come along the path. Even though they continue to make effort, they have greater sanskars of just observing. What is this one doing? How is he doing this? Even I can do that. They compete. The cavalry have a great attraction for observing others. There is an amusing aspect about the infantry also. Baba is telling you about the game. What do they do? It may be a very minor thing, but they turn it into a great mountain. They do not make a mountain into a mustard seed. but instead they make a mustard seed into a mountain and get themselves disturbed. It is nothing, and they make everything out of it. And then, looking at its height, they lose their courage. Even then, according to the present time, out of all the three, half of each quality are transforming themselves. This is why Bab Dada is smiling on seeing their courage and enthusiasm and seeing them step forward. If each of you is asked, who is a Maharati, who is of the cavalry, and who is of the infantry, will you be able to answer? Acha. This is the second Murli of the same day. The main sanskar of Brahmins, complete renunciates of everything. Why has a gathering of all of you specially been called here now? Four main things are necessary for a gathering. First, love for one another. Second, a close relationship. Third, responsibility for service. And fourth, the proof of the dharana of knowledge and yoga. Are you ready in all these four aspects? How do you have love for one another? What is the method to develop love for one another? The reason why you become distant with one another is that the sanskars and the thoughts of one another do not match. How can the sanskars and thoughts of all of you become one? Each one of us have our own sanskars. What is the main sanskar of the Brahmins of the confluence age? What was the main sanskar of the corporeal form? The sanskar of Brahma is the sanskar of the Brahmins. What was the main sanskar of Sakar Brahma? You saw that sanskar in Brahma Baba in its complete form. But among the Brahmins, it is according to their yoga and power. Baba's main sanskar was of being a total renunciate. To be egoless means to be a total renunciate. Such souls surrender everything that belongs to them. When you become a total renunciate, you imbibe all the virtues. Not to see the defects of others is also renunciation. If you have the practice of renunciation, you will be able to renounce this also. To be a total renunciate means to also renounce the awareness of the body. And so, the main sanskar of Brahmins is to be a total renunciate. Which main virtues come through this renunciation? Easiness, implying easiness, lightness, and simplicity, and tolerance. Those who have easiness and tolerance attract others, and they are able to have love for one another. If there isn't easiness, there cannot be love for others. This is the method to become loving towards one another. Firstly, be a total renunciate, even of the body. By being a total renunciate, there will automatically be easiness and tolerance. The sign of being a total renunciate is that there will be easiness and tolerance. You saw this in the Sakar form, did you not? Baba was easy and light. to the extent that he was knowledgeful, which is known as having the sanskars of childhood. He was mature with elders and a child with children. To be continued. Om Shanti.